Hey guys, I'm Numbskull and we are playing some Fortnite. I'd like to do a different video today, kind of like one I've done before, a how-to video to give you some tips, some tricks, strategies to help you improve your game. When I first started playing, I found myself getting 40th and 50th place. And I kept wondering, how come I'm not making it to the top 25 or top 10 or top 3? And so I started analyzing the things that I was doing in my game that were getting me killed a lot earlier. Things that I was doing that might kind of be to my detriment when I was playing. I did a video before of 5 tips and tricks to help improve your gameplay, and in that video, all 5 are pretty basic, and you can check it out. They're really things that everybody can be doing. They're not difficult, but they can really, really help you improve your game. But what I want to talk about today are two main things. The first one is how you move around the map, and I'll explain a little bit more as we go. But the second is how to build for when somebody's coming at you, when you're being shot at, how to build for it. So we're going to talk about those two today, and it's going to be a little bit more lengthy of explanations, but I think that if you have this mindset while you play, it'll definitely help you in the long run and make you a more competitive player. If you want to get good at anything at all in life, it requires effort and practice. What the heck was that? Is somebody shooting something at me or throwing grenades? Because if they are, I'm gonna blow them up. Oh, maybe somebody is already getting shot. I might have to go out here and handle these turds that are throwing grenades in my area. Just because you follow my tips and tricks doesn't mean that every single game you'll get to the top 10 or top 5 or even top 3. But I guarantee you that it will increase your likelihood of getting up there. Rather than just doing the same thing that you've been doing the whole time and just hoping that somehow it'll work out. And it may. I'm not saying that anybody's particular game style is bad or good. But I think there's always ways that we can improve, and it helps to get another set of eyes, and I don't mind sharing my my little tactics and strategies. Now, I know some people are pretty, I guess you could say, covetous of the way they play. They don't like to share their strategies. They don't want people to know about how they play the game. But I'm definitely not that way. I'm all about sharing whatever I learn, helping other people play, because the better I get and the better the other people get, it just makes the game that much more fun. Ooh, somebody's over here. Let's do this. I don't know where he is. He landed right on my grenade. The first thing that I'm going to talk about as we get ready to leave this area is how you move around the map. Now, some people, they just prefer to run straight through the map, which is fine. If that's the way you want to do it, by all means, you play this game any way you like. That's totally and 100% up to you. But by taking a little bit of precaution and thinking about things a little bit more strategically, you can really help yourself out by not getting surprised by people, and I'll show you what I mean. Now, keep in mind that sometimes people will always just get the jump on you, and there's not a lot you can do about it, but little tips and tricks and strategies kind of help increase the likelihood that you're protecting yourself as you run around. What I'm talking about is when you move around the map, what I like to do is I like to stay in the lower lying areas, and I like to use naturally occurring things like trees and hills and things like that as cover. So instead of just running up and over this, I tend to stay down at the bottom and run around it. Now, I personally like to gather materials as I go, but if I came over the top of this hill, you think anybody in here could probably see me up there. But because I'm moving in down below, it's a lot harder for people to see. See, I'm already down below the fence line here. Now I'm going to get in here and see if I can't find something. Doesn't look like anyone's been in here. Never mind. Someone has been in here. And they weren't super thorough either. Back to what we were talking about. Instead of just running straight through everywhere, And I personally kind of like to take the paths that lead me to materials such as stone right here. Try to think about what's the best path I can take that's going to provide me the most cover. So I could run straight over this hill, but if I go over that hill, somebody might see me. So I could just run right over here and stay kind of in this lower lying area. But if I have to go up over a hill, then use a tree. Gives you a chance to kind of look around. Get to take some stuff. Using this tree, because I mean anybody on this ridge, if they look over here, could see me. Because I want to go that way over there, instead of just running straight over there, I'll go down. Now it takes a little bit more time and you end up doing a little bit more running, but you have so much better cover. Instead of just running over this hill, I'm using this wall, and this fence provides a little bit. Staying behind these trees. You see what I'm saying? It's the strategy of moving around in such a way that you limit where people could spot you from. And granted, it doesn't mean that no one's ever going to see you, but instead of just running up over the hills, you stay low, use trees as your cover. Now that storm's coming in, so I'm going to have to turn around, but I want to grab this stone. Using the trees as cover. Alright, so let's head back this way. It looks like somebody might have gone up this way. There's not a whole lot you can do about that, but see how I'm staying low? Staying in the lower spots? I'm a more difficult target that way. Now, it doesn't mean you have to every time. It doesn't mean, I mean, if you're trying to get somewhere and you don't want to, you know, you don't have a whole lot of time, like the storm's chasing you. But running through this area right here, kind of how it has a dip, instead of just running up over this one, is a better move. So now we have to get over this. What do? Well, if we run out this way, the storm is back here, so we have there's less chance anyway that someone's going to be running in from here versus if we go that way, there's more opportunity on this side for people to see us. So let's run around the back side and stay low. Instead of going up over the top here, go down below. Now we have a long ways to run right now, but we can still use the trees. Make sure we keep our head on a swivel, like I mentioned in my last video, my last how-to. Always keep your head on a swivel so that you see them before they see you. But see how I'm coming through the trees? In this case, the whole thing... Now, somebody built a fort up there. I don't know if they're still up there, but... I can use... See that tree that's kind of right here? This tree right here? See, I can use that tree as shield, so I can run this way and get out of his field of view if there is somebody up there. I'm not saying there is, but I use this tree right here and this tree right here to my advantage. So now I can start working my way back down because I don't want to be too high on the hill. See, these low-lying areas can be really good places to run. Now I haven't really been paying attention and there's only 9 people left. Oh, that person didn't stick the landing. Yeah, I saw that coming. Now I don't know if there's somebody up there. But if there is, I'm going to stay kind of on this. I heard somebody sniping over there. So I'm kind of staying in this lower lying area. Now we haven't gotten to my second tip, which is talking about getting some cover when you're taking some heat, someone's shooting at you. How to make your fort. But we will pretty soon, I'm sure. I have a feeling somebody might still be up there because that's a pretty good perch. But that'd be a pretty long shot, and as long as we kind of bob and weave, we should be alright. Where possible, now I don't really want to come over this hill, so I'm going to drop down just kind of this low-lying area, just so I don't have to come over the top of it, because that sniper's probably looking for somebody. Now I got to use these trees, use this tree. Use this tree. Yeah, they're over there. There's a guy building a fort on that side too. Use this tree. Alright. So 7 people left. I'm going to use the building as much as I can for cover. There too. I'm going to try to surprise this person though. If I can. This will give you a good example of how to build fort when you're facing somebody. As soon as you take a shot, where you find out where it's coming from, throw down that wall, put up a ramp right next to it. That way you have one that they have to get through and another one they have to get through. And if they're putting a lot of pressure on you and you have the room and there's no one behind you, back up, put down another wall and another ramp. That way you have 2 walls and 2 ramps between you and them. And if you can, go ahead and throw up a fort. But if you find that they're chewing through your stuff too fast, switch to brick. And if they're laying rockets into you, switch to metal. Now, the whole point of what I was saying is gathering material is that people will make you run out. Now, that person that I was fighting at the end, that I got into the shotgun fight with, she had a lot of wood. She was putting a lot of wood up, and I didn't have the ammo to get through all of it. And to be totally honest, I didn't really have a good loadout anyway. I didn't have anything really besides the minigun to take people's forts down, and I didn't have a whole lot of ammo to just put into it. But the more material you have, especially when it comes to brick and metal, the better off you are when you're building a fort to fight people. And when I first started playing, my first instinct wasn't to put fort up. It was to shoot back, which is fine. But when somebody is in vicinity or has a better gun than you do, or they're using something like the rocket launcher, you have to default to building a fort. You have to put something between you and them, and it needs to be like that. It needs to be muscle memory. So as soon as somebody starts laying into you, practice. And now for people on console, I know that, and I've played on Xbox, to be totally frank, it is a little bit more difficult to build on console because you just don't have the same agility. Wow, I can't believe I just got a rocket launcher. You don't have the same agility to build as you do in on a PC. It's just I personally can't do it as fast. I can do it way faster on PC because I can hotkey exactly what I need. And you can see it at the bottom there. For building fort, my wall is X, and my other thing is my ramp is V. My other thing, very very technical, is V. So as soon as I'm getting shot, I hit X. I throw it on a wall. I back up or wherever I'm at, and I hit V to throw down a ramp. And I do that immediately upon getting shot. Wow, man, the game is showing me love. That's nice. That's super random. Anyway, 2 of them? I'm tempted to take this. Let's gather some wood as we go. We don't want to be caught without materials out there if someone's starting to shoot at us. Because once you run out of materials, soon after that, it's going to be game over. But like I was saying about building fort, it's got to be muscle memory. You got to know. I mean, if it's on console and you push B, you got to know. As soon as you push B, that's got to be your wall. And if after you're done building fort, done fighting people, if you want to reset it and put your B button back onto the wall, you just got to know B trigger. Right bumper trigger. I mean, if that's how you have it set up, and that's just got to be muscle memory, and it just takes practice. It just takes practice. I could be going up over this, and sometimes it's better too, depending on where you're coming from. I mean, there are times if you think there are people down here, maybe taking the higher ground would be a benefit. But considering there's 23 people and the circle's still really massive, I'm staying in the lower line areas just so. The off chance that somebody else is kind of watching the hilltops, with a sniper rifle or something like that, waiting for people. Well, that person wasn't trying. What am I gonna do? Ooh! Yep, put up the fort, put up the ramp, put up the fort, put up the ramp. Ah, he's hurting me. He is hurting me bad. I'm gonna bail on this right here. Go in, give myself a chance to heal up, or at least grab some shield. He might come in here and try to get me, but that's okay if he does. Oh, I shot him right in the face, but that hurt. I'm gonna make him come out here and get me. Oh, he's drinking some shields too. Oh, is it gonna work? It is. Oh, I blew him up. He is literally on fire. Using this wall as cut. Oh, fort, throw down fort, throw down fort. Throw down fort, and fort. Now, oop, he's chewing through mine a little bit too fast, so. No, 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 I got you, I got you. Now that hurt. Oh, throw down fort, throw down fort. Got him. So that's 3. I don't know if somebody's still up here. I think they are. I think they're still building. See him up there? So I don't know who's going to be here, so I'm going to throw some fort up behind me too, just to cover my butt. I'm going to shoot it at, try to get it at the back of his fort first, because he's going to keep trying to throw down some fort. But I don't know where he's going, so I'm going to... Oop, see, he's coming at me. Fort, fort. And I will keep putting pressure on him. I don't want to run all the way out of rockets. Let's see if we can see him. So he's on the far side of his thing. I still don't want anyone to tag me, so I'm going to put some fort up on this side too. I only have 3 left, so I don't want to use all my rockets. But I also want to make sure I am in the circle, so I'm going to run over here. Fort, fort, fort. Some more, some more, some more. Make sure that he can't chew up all my fort. Put some out here. There's 3 people left, and I don't know where the last guy is. But if the last guy wants to snipe me, I'll have to have some on the side. I've got lots of ammo, so I'm not afraid to put some through his, I got him. So we got 1 guy left. I have no idea where he is, but I do need to get some more ammo, so I'm going to run over here and grab this as fast as I can. Well, I don't see any. And I don't know where the last guy is. I'm going to come right here to the edge, and I am going to build a big old fort. And see if I can't find this guy. See how I'm building cross platforms. So let's see if I can find him. I suspect he's down there somewhere in the fort, but I don't know. And if they didn't make themselves known while I was fighting that other guy, I don't know that they will. Now, I don't want to build with wood because we're so late in the game. I'd rather build with brick because it's just a lot more robust. It can take more punishment. So let's see if we can see him. Oh, there he is. We got him. We got him. See? That's the way to do it. Guys, if you'll check out some of these tips and tricks, if you look at my last video, that's a great foundation. But this one, talking a little bit more about the strategy of how you think about it. Also about kind of how you put down the fort, throwing down that wall, putting that ramp up on, and then keep it going, and making sure that you're covering your sides too. Sweet. That's how it works. Well, guys, thanks for joining me. Hope you had fun watching. I hope you learned some things. I'm going to put out some more how-to videos to give you guys some more tips and tricks to get you in that #1 spot. Thanks, guys. See ya.